to exist. I invite you to our dimension.
Alright, what's up guys, this is Upper Tofu, and these are the server highlights against Stitchy server. We did have a 5v5 server duel, and THM was actually the toughest opponent on their team as he took out 3 of our guys, and he went second I believe, so they were down and then THM just came back and took out 3 of our guys. So this is CUBICS versus Evil Twins, and he is like an Evil Twins specialist. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this. As we can see both hands, and he starts off with Evil Twin Leela, and let's speed it up here. And he goes into the combo that you guys all might know. If not, they just special summon into the live twin Sunny, and he drew into Ash, which is really good for him. Alright, so he sets these two evenly matched. I usually don't like setting evenly matched. I usually like keeping it in hand. I play Extravagance, but I didn't know he had Ash right there. So he goes as an Ash me. I use Duster, and I go ahead and do Duza, sending Unification, and I end my turn. I realized that even if I summoned Nova, nothing would happen. So I just sent Unification to grave. Now my Duza's unaffected, or not unaffected, he can't be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn, and I get to send another card. So I sent Unification just to play it safe. I knew he couldn't pop me, so I was safe there, but I knew his live twin can send me to grave, so that's why I sent the other Unification. So now I'm going to activate sending Ascension this time. So I'm basically just trying to protect myself and seeing if I can actually do something next turn. So he shuffles me back into the deck. I'm still safe because of my Ascension here. He goes into Access Code, gets 5,300 attack, and right here, so the way to activate Ascension is you have to have at least 2,000 life point difference, and right here I do. I'm at 3,600, so I get to summon 3 Vajams. Now he's going to pop 2 of them, I believe, yeah. So he pops another one, he banishes both his Evil Twins, and he pops both of them. So now it's my turn. I draw Crimson Nova, luckily, so I get to special summon him. He does have Imperm set right there. I use Dharma, I discard Unification to further protect myself. I happen to draw into another Dharma, which is not very good. I attack into Access Code because I take no battle damage because of Dharma. I was trying to negate his effect so he couldn't really attack me by putting a cubic counter on him. But I had to use Unification and summon my Buster Gundeal, because when Buster Gundeal is destroyed, he special summons 3 cubic monsters from the grave. So I was trying to get both my Duzas out and then my Vijam. So I get my both send to grave effects, and I get to add a card from deck or graveyard to hand, a cubic card. So I send Ascension and I send a Karma for next turn setup, and I have Ascension for backup protection. He goes into his Evil Twin kill skill, summons his other Link monster, popping 1 card, which is Vijam, goes into Sunny again. And Sunny is going to, okay, he activates, what I would have personally done is I would have attacked and then activated that. I'm not exactly sure why he did it like that way. But yeah, I'm not the Evil Twins player, so. I do have Karma and Grave. I add a Duza to hand. Now I can normal summon Duza, but I choose to discard Dharma because I was planning on using Dharma in the grave. And I have Karma as well, because I drew into Foolish, which was very lucky of me. So I activate Dharma, adding 1 more cubic card to my hand, Buster Gundeal. Now I can reveal 3 to special summon my Crimson Nova, the Cubic Lord. Make sure to special summon it on Griffin's pointing arrow. I use Wave to double his attack, have his, put a cubic counter on him with the grave effect. I sent Casualty to grave with just to get this effect right here where I burn for 25, and then I attack with my Duza for game. So that was a pretty good game 1, pretty clear game 1. Now let's see what we did in game number 2. Alright, so as you know, in this server duel against Stitchy server, as we're fighting THM, I won the coin, no, I think he won the coin flip and he chose to go first because he didn't know what deck I was using. But since he lost, he got to choose who gets to go first, so he chose me to go first. So I don't have a very good hand here, but I have Extravagance. I draw 2. I was debating whether or not to summon Crimson Nova. I didn't think he could kill me, but I did it anyway. I think that was probably the wrong move here, because usually live twins can do maybe 5,500 damage with Sunny and both the Link monsters. So I should have probably just set Twister, or maybe not done anything at all. But here we go. So I'm gonna speed this up here. He summons Kill Skill, and then he goes into Leela. Leela's special summoning Kill Skill gets to draw 1, and then both of them will link off into Unicorn, and he gets to draw 1 off of the Unicorn because it's co-linked. Now he goes into Evil Twin Trouble Sunny, and Sunny can attack over Crimson. I didn't have anything engraved, so my hand's not looking too great here. He does get to tribute and attack twice again. He goes into Sunny again, so next turn he gets a pop and a draw as well. And he has the field spell. And I actually initially didn't read the field spell at all. So I play Extravagance here, banish 6 to draw 2. Okay, so my hand looks like I only have one move. I have to summon Duza, Sun Unification for protection. I tribute for my Cubic King, and then that procs the Unification, summoning Duza, and I activate Duza, sending another Unification. I go into Nightmare Phoenix. I discard a Cubic Wave to pop 1 back row, triggering my other Unification. Okay, he has to force to use that card. I should have popped the field spell, maybe not, I'm not exactly sure. Duza sending Karma, and then Karma adding Nova to hand. That is 3 right there. So I banish 2 to put cubic counters to force out the monster pop on his side. So I go ahead and do that. Let's speed this up here. So he gets to pop a monster. Boom, he pops my Phoenix. I reveal 3, and I attempt to attack for game here. But little did I know that the field spell actually negates attacks, and I had no clue. So yeah, that was my bad completely. Oh, it's a continuous spell. Okay, so I go into Underclock Taker. The only reason I did that was because the burn from Crimson Nova would have killed me. And that was the only Link monster like left in my deck, so I had to make that play. And right here he should have game. He goes into Kill Skill, summons the Link from Grave, and then goes into Sunny, I believe. Yeah, he pops my card. He goes into Griffin and just attacks for 25. And that was really good on his part, yeah. The field spell is just me not reading. Alright, so now this is the meat of the... This is like, I believe this was like the major highlight of the entire 5v5 server duel. And we did end up losing at the very end. I did beat THM, and then I beat one more person, but then I think yes, I lost to Stitchy's Raid Raptors to game 3. Yeah, and the entire server duel is on Stitchy's YouTube, and I'll put that in the description below as well. But let's start it off here. So I got to choose which order we went, so I chose to go second. So now he's going into Sunny like he usually does. He drew into Skill Drain, and he has the field spell to negate the attack, and he has the Skill Drain. So right here, I go straight up, I Duster the Skill Drain, I Foolish Burial Goods, he ashes me, and that Foolish Burial was kind of like a bait, because if he had Ash, I was hoping he'd use it on the Foolish Burial Goods, so I was pretty lucky with that, and the mills are really lucky as well, because like I have Karma, Ascension, Nova. Look at like this. This is like a really amazing mill. So I go into Duza, right? And he draws 1. Okay, so he goes into Desires. But I send Dharma just so I can add Nova to hand. But I notice I don't have 3 to reveal, so I just have to send all 3 of Ajams and then boost him to 4,000. So I knew he'd trigger and pop my Duza, but I do have Unification engraved for that. Okay, so he decided to pop Karma, and I don't think that was the right move. I know he said he was worried about having the life points, but that only works if it's off of a cubic monster's effect on the opponent's turn, so I didn't have any cubic monster that can do that. The only cubic card that can do that in my deck is the Behemoth, but yeah, it doesn't half your life points unless a monster summons it on the opponent's turn. So he's going ahead and using that unification procs right here, and I activate Duza, and I send another unification for protection. So right now my Duza is protected by battle and card effects, so I feel pretty safe here, so access code can't do anything. As you see, he targets my Duza, but it doesn't get destroyed because of unification. So he goes into Evil Twin kills Kill and goes into Griffin. Okay, so special summon monsters have to be linked to activate their effects. So he resets skill drain. Alright, and he sets 3. So I have wave, I have the Crimson Nova, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not showing wave on purpose. I go into Cubic King, proccing the unification, summoning my Behemoth, and then I wave the Crimson Nova and attempt to attack. So he's able to activate immediately after this effect. He's able to link summon. So he goes into Trouble Sunny, and he activates Trouble Sunny, going into both these evil twins, and he draws one, and I believe he pops one, but he activates Present, which swaps the monsters. So now he has Crimson Nova, and I have Kill Skill. So I'm forced to attack. The reason I attacked with Cubic King into her is because Crimson Nova would do major damage to me if I just kept him there. So yeah, I just made sure to kill him off first and then destroy these two, so he has to work for his other links. And I am pretty safe because when he gets sent to the grave by the opponent, I can special summon 3 cubic monsters from my graveyard. So I have 3 Duzas, which is what I plan to do. If he does destroy me, he sends it to grave, proccing my Behemoth, and then I summon 3 Duzas, attempting to activate all their effects because they're not once per turn, so I can activate all of them by chaining all of them. But he did have skill drain, so that was a really good skill drain on his part. He Raigekis me, and then he attacks me for 6,000, and notice the life points right here, 1,700 to 3,700. And for Ascension, you need a 2,000 life point difference, and this is exactly 2,000. So Ascension is live right now. Crimson Nova activates to burn for 3,000, but he's under skill drain, luckily, so I don't die. I summon my 3 Vajams with their effects negated, so they don't have their effects. I have a wave. I use wave only to use the graveyard effect, to put a cubic counter on him so he doesn't attack, because he can't attack or use effects if they have a cubic counter. So he does go into these two, and since Vajams don't have effects, he just destroys them by battle, and he gets negated. Alright, now it's my turn. I draw into Dharma, so I activate Dharma, sending my Karma to grave. Karma adding a, let's see, Crimson Nova, so I just need one more cubic card, and I probably will get it off the Extravagance next turn if I survive. So he does 500 damage, so I'm at 1,200 life points right now. I use Ascension during the end phase, summon all 3 Vajams, and then I activate Pot of Extravagance, I believe, turn 1, so that'd be the smartest thing to do. Okay, Pot of Extravagance, I have 3 cubics right here, so I can special summon my Nova. So I go ahead and special summon Nova. I use Wave on Nova, and I attempt to go for game again, but he has the Present a second time, so now he swaps them. So I run into the Leela just so I don't die next turn, but I have to somehow deal with the 6,000 attack Crimson that he has, so I use my cubic wave to put a counter on him as well. So now both of these guys are pretty useless to him, they can't attack. He set cross out. Okay, so my deck, I'm at 7 cards. I use Dharma, send Dharma, and I was gonna probably, what I should have done is what I did next turn. I just didn't realize it. So this turn I realized, I'm like, oh shoot, okay. I played Foolish Burial Goods, but I had no spell cards, so that was dumb. But I activate Dharma, adding Duza to hand, and what I notice is that I have cubic casualty right here. So what I could do is droplet this cubic casualty away, use this graveyard effect, so when you destroy a monster with a cubic counter, you do damage equal to their original attack. So I forbidden droplet just to send it to grave, and then that is 3,000 damage if I destroy him. Boom. So I did 3,000. I had to figure out how to do the last 700, but I did have another droplet, and I have wave in hand as well. So he can't attack with him, so he links off into the Phoenix. And he's attempting just to attack me. So my mistake that I made here is that I sent a Vajam instead of this spell card right here, which allowed him to recall his attack. So I should have won right there, but I made a slight mistake, but luckily I had wave in hand as well, so I went ahead and activated and attacked. So that was a crazy game. Good job to THM taking out 3 of our guys. They did end up taking the win on us. It was like, I believe we got them down to four guys. But yeah, I'll link THM's YouTube and Stitch's YouTube in the description below. If you guys want to see the full server battle, I'll put that in the description below as well, linking to Stitch's server. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Join our Discord and subscribe and like, and bye bye.